It's empire. It's empire. It's empire. It's empire. Tara, can you play that again?
So this is my maybe day 4 type hair. All of my curls are dropped. It's frizzy, it's crispy, it's an afro. But no worries, I'm going to tell you guys how I prep my hair before I straighten it. And you're going to notice I also don't put any products in before blow drying. I don't put leave-in in. I don't put oil in right before blow drying. I do all of this a week before, just because my hair soaks up any type of moisture. Like, my hair gets so heavy from any drop of product. So I do that a week before, and then I go into blow drying without any products. Okay, so this is my hair in its natural state without any products. Before I straighten my hair, I prep it for like a week in advance. I use a Shea Moisture Strengthening Mask. I leave that in for about 3 days. And then I use virgin olive oil, cooking oil. My friend Shania taught me that in college. And I let that sit for another 3 days. And then my hair is juicy, it's moisturized, and I know once I straighten it, my curls are going to pop back. So you just want to make sure you're really treating your hair and hydrating it, because when we straighten it, we're going to take away all those natural oils. And the shampoo I use is Shea Moisture Strengthening and Restore shampoo. Even if my hair is healthy, I still use this one. It has Jamaican black castor oil, and I detangle and condition with the yucca and plantain anti-breakage from Shea Moisture. Right now, I'm just sectioning my hair. I got these cute clips from Amazon. And as I section my hair, since I have so much hair, it's going to get a little bit dry. And I only like to straighten my hair when it's soaking wet. But anyway, so we're just going to section it into pieces. The smaller the section, the more direction and control you have with the heat you're putting on. The more control and direction you have, the less heat you're going to the less you're going to overheat the same pieces over and over. You know what I'm saying? So like little things like this is what's going to prevent severe heat damage, making it take a little longer, but being more purposeful with how you straighten your hair. So the precision and the smaller sections is key. So I usually do 2 in the back where my nape area is, because that's the smallest area. Then I do about maybe 3 in the row on top of it, and then 4 as I reach the center of my head because it's wider. And then at the very front, I do 4 sections again, just because I like those to be really, really straight and precise. So now that I've sectioned my hair, I'm going to unravel one piece. So this box is pretty tall, I should say, so I'm going to cut it in half when I straighten it. But I always re-wet the section, because your hair straightens best when it's in its loosest state. If you let it dry a little bit or put a towel on, your curls are going to get tighter, start to shrink, and it's going to be harder to straighten your hair. So if you're using rollers, you want your hair to be soaking wet before you put the rollers in. That way your hair is super stretched out and it'll get super straight under the dryer. If you're using a blow dryer, you want your hair to be soaking wet so your hair is super stretched out and it'll get super straight with the blow dryer. I'm trying to make this as clear as possible, because it straightens so much easier. It doesn't get all crinkly and then you have to straighten out the crispy parts. No, keep it wet. Obviously not wet where you would electrocute yourself, but you don't keep it wet like that. So then you want to comb and detangle from the bottom up. I don't know if you were looking, but I did it from the bottom, my ends, and I worked upward to my roots. This is going to prevent breakage because your hair is very fragile when it's wet. So you want to detangle from the bottom and work your way up, as opposed to starting from the top and just breaking those knots as you go down. So now I'm taking my Revlon blow dryer. Got this off Amazon. It comes with the bristles, and the vents where the heat comes out is all around the entire blow dryer. So it's so perfect. Like, I love this. It cuts down my blow drying in half, literally. So I'm going to put it on high, and I'm going to do the bottom part of my section. So to get your hair very straight and reduce the amount of flat ironing you're going to do, you want to blow dry the same section from different angles. So right now I'm doing underneath, and I'm twirling at the ends just to make sure all of my ends are getting that heat. And it's not burning hot where I'm burning my head over and over. And the way I'm yanking my hair is just to put some tension there so my hair is in its lucid state once again, and all of those pieces of hair, all of the strands are getting heat towards it because I'm pulling and using tension. Now I'm doing underneath that section. I already did on top of that section, but yeah, I'm just blow drying it from different angles, and I'm going a little bit slow. So remember I said that section was pretty high. I'm cutting it in half now just to make sure I got my roots. I'm going to go to the top, I'm going to go to the side, and I'm going to go underneath just to ensure that I'm straightening this hair with the blow dryer as opposed to using a flat iron and going over the same piece like 3 times. So here we go. And then I'm going to do the top part. Same thing, different angles, and then I'm just going to leave it. And as you blow dry, you still want to pull the hair to create some tension, and that's going to straighten it very easily. And I always roll my ends. No matter which angle, I roll the ends to ensure that I'm straightening those ends. Sometimes I go over it a little bit more, the pieces that I missed. And that is the finished result. Pretty straight. You could leave it like this for a full volume, I don't know how to say voluminous, whatever, look. Or you can go over with a flat iron. I'm going to teach you how to do the flat iron later on in this video. But I'm going to get right to the other section. And I'm going to re-wet it, of course, like drenched, okay? You do not want it to be dry. I'm going to like zoom in and show you guys what I mean by wet. Because my curls shrink up to my shoulders. And right now they're super stretched because I'm keeping my hair wet so it can straighten easier. Going to detangle from the bottom upwards to avoid breakage. And I'm not using a Denman brush. This is just a dupe from Walgreens. I think it says like Evolve on top. You can probably find this on Amazon, like a dupe for it. And I'm just going to tighten up that section that I blew dried and go over it again with the blow dryer. And you guys know, do it from different angles and have that tension pulling your hair, you know, so it can get straightened faster and more efficiently. And don't forget to roll those ends. Sometimes I like to roll even the middle parts of my head just to ensure that, you know, it's getting that heat. And you can definitely just leave your hair like this. You do not need to go over it with a flat iron in case you are prone to heat damage. I do go over it a few times, don't kill me, but I always like how my curls are after. It's never too bad for me. Oh, I love this. And I don't put any products in it. I don't have any leave-in conditioner just because my hair soaks up any amount of moisture in a second. Like if I put in leave-in conditioner and then do this, it's going to be so heavy and not light and fluffy like it was before. So I don't use any leave-in or oils before blow drying. Don't be like me and use a bowl because you don't want to spill it on the blow dryer. That could be hazardous. You just invest in a spray bottle. I left mine at my parents', so I'm just using a bowl to re-wet my hair. And I'm doing those different angles, and I'm making sure I pull and then separate the big section just to get the roots. And yeah, you just repeat it to each section. Make sure you're re-wetting, and you're done in no time. Like I sped this up, but it didn't even take long. So now we're moving on to flat ironing. I'm trying to show you that fine tooth comb. There we go. I got the lighting good. Bear with me. And then you want to clean your flat iron. Even if you did not use any grease or oils, you still want to clean it from the last time you used it because your hair produces natural oils and grease. So I love to make sure my flat iron is clean, my combs are clean, because like I said before, any ounce of moisture, my hair is going to soak it up and be heavy. I do use heat protectant when I flat iron. I like the Garnier Fructis one. It doesn't weigh down my hair. It keeps it light and super shiny, but not oily shiny, but like healthy, luminous kind of shine. So I do the same thing with the tension with the flat iron, and I chase it with the comb. When you chase it with the fine teeth comb, like I'm literally following it like playing tag, this is going to ensure that you're getting all those strands of hair in that one sweep. Whereas opposed to you doing it without a comb, you're going to have to go over the same part again and again because you probably missed some strands. Like, we're all about precision here to avoid excessive heat. So now I'm doing another row at the back of my head, and I'm just going to section that one row into pieces and flat iron it. And I keep the unflattened hair in front of my shoulders just to make sure I'm separating the ones I already did and the sections I didn't do yet. And then I'm going to chase it with the comb again. If you do find that the comb is not picking up all the hair, you have to keep moving the flat iron, because if you stop the flat iron to try to position the comb, you're going to have a dent in your hair. So always keep that flat iron in motion, even if the comb didn't catch everything. So in this part, the comb missed some hair, and I just went over it one more time. I didn't stop my flat iron and fix it because I didn't want a big dent. And I like to keep combing as I go because my hair just tangles just from touching each other. So yeah, you just repeat that. And I want to show you how small my sections are. The more coarse your hair, the smaller your sections should be, just to avoid doing big sections and reheating again and again and again. So now that I've done the center of the back of my hair, oh my God, look at that shine. Guys, no oil, all right? No oil. So now I'm doing the sides of the back of my head. I just focused on the center. Now I'm going to do the side. And I just do a quick finger part and just clip it. I don't like to use scrunchies because that also puts dents in your hair. I know the section looks big. We're going to divide it, guys. But I'm just showing you that I'm doing the side of the back of my head, and then I'm going to section off the front half of my head. I usually start working on the side once I reach a row above my ear. I just find that it's easier to straighten, and I can be more precise with reaching my roots. So I do the sides separate from the back. Now remember, I said that section is pretty big. I'm going to just divide it in half and repeat. Pull my hair to create some tension, flat iron and chase the comb with the flat iron. And yeah, that's about it. I use the heat protectant on my hand first, just because I don't like it to be directly on my hair, because like I said, it soaks up all the moisture. So I know there's going to be some of the heat protectant still left on my hand, and just the perfect amount is going to be placed on my roots and my ends. Am I making sense with you guys? It's just that my hair gets so heavy, like it produces grease on its own. Within 2 days, my hair is going to be greasy. So I do not put in a lot of products while straightening. That's why I do that week-long prep before I straighten my hair. And you want to make sure you get all the way to the ends with that comb. And you keep going, guys. So I'm going to show you how to do the front later in the video, because I also do the front differently. I part it differently. So right now, I'm showing you the front half of my head. I like to do these kind of triangle-ish parts when I do the front half. So I'm just going to finger part that side. Keep it in front of your shoulders so it doesn't get mixed up with the flat ironed hair. And I keep going with the fine-tooth comb so all of my roots get straightened. And these are very small, thin, skinny sections, guys, because you want to make sure the front of your hair is super duper straight. That's one half, and I'm going to show you guys how I did the other half. Do you see that juice? Okay, just saying. And my hair is still really light and fluffy because it's not weighed down with all those products. It's just the heat protectant and that prep we did the week before we straightened it. And the fact that we did such small sections is going to reduce the amount of times we have to re-straighten our hair again and again, causing heat damage. So this way does take a little bit long and it is tedious, but it's protecting your hair, guys. Of course, the best way to protect your hair is to not straighten it at all, but this video is for people who still straighten it. as you can see by the title. And then we're done. I'm talking to my mom for a second. She was watching Vampire Diaries with me. And this is the finished product. And it's so light and fluffy. It's not stiff. Stiff wear. No. All right, guys. I'm sorry. I've had a long day. But here you go. I just want to show you guys that slow and steady wins the race. We took a week preparing it, and we were very precise and purposeful with our blow drying, and very precise and purposeful with our flat ironing.